Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I will be explaining the Hostinger pricing plans. If we take a look at Hostinger right here, we have a lot of different pricing plans that we can go for. We can get web hosting, we can get cloud hosting, we can get VPS hosting, we can even get pro hosting over here. And this can be pretty confusing, right? In this video, I'm going to show you the difference between all of these different types of hosting, all of these different pricing plans inside of each hosting tier, and helping you decide which hosting plan is going to be best for you. I will also leave my Hostinger affiliate link in the description of this video, and using that link will get you the best deals and discounts available. Now, we will start off with the most popular, which is going to be managed WordPress hosting. Essentially, if you are using Hostinger to host your WordPress website, this is the option that you want to go with. The reason for this is that its pricing is on par with web hosting, as you can see the exact same price, and both of these are cheaper than cloud hosting, as you can see right here, VPS hosting, as you can see right here, and pro hosting, as you can see right here. It is the cheapest option and by far the best for WordPress because it has built-in WordPress tools. Essentially, how this hosting actually works is it's shared on one server. So if you imagine Hostinger on hundreds and hundreds of servers, well, one of these servers, if you purchase this managed WordPress hosting, one server can host multiple different websites. So the one downside to going with WordPress hosting, or also the web hosting is going to be the same, is because you are sharing the same server. If somebody comes in, let's say on Black Friday, for example, and they are running an e-com store. First of all, if you are running an e-com store, just don't purchase WordPress or web hosting. You don't need this. You really can't get away with this. You need better hosting. But back to my earlier point, if you are hosting your website, right, and then on Black Friday, you have an e-commerce brand sharing your same server, and they send a bunch of traffic all at once, then that's going to essentially suck away your resources and it might take your website down. So it's very rare that this happens. It's honestly not a very common occurrence at all. That's why this WordPress hosting and web hosting is the most popular on Hostinger, but it is an issue that can happen. When we are talking specifically about WordPress, the managed WordPress hosting allows you to make changes to your website in just one click. It will automatically update your website with any WordPress updates, so you don't need to worry about this. It will update your website automatically. You also get automatic backups to protect your data. I cannot tell you how much of a lifesaver this is. The amount of times that I've been creating my website and then I've downloaded a plugin that has messed everything up, but I'm able to go back to yesterday's backup. It's a lifesaver. This is super important if you are using WordPress. Now, the main differentiating factor between the plan that you want to go for within the WordPress hosting mostly comes down to the amount of website visits you are going to get. Now, Hostinger make it extremely easy to upgrade. So if you currently get under 25,000, but close to it, let's say you get 20,000 monthly visits, and you are debating, should I just upgrade to this plan right here? I wouldn't recommend it. I would wait until you actually hit the maximum, and then you can upgrade with just one click. Another major difference between these is this 100 gigabytes of SSD storage. Essentially, the business plan is going to be faster right here. NVMe storage is faster, so it helps your website load quicker. And we also get more storage, so we can upload more files. With each of these pricing plans, we also get a free domain included. We get free SSL with each of these, and that is the majority of things that you need to know without going into the nitty-gritty details. Now, if we go to web hosting, this is essentially the exact same as the managed WordPress hosting. If we go down to all of the pricing plans right here, you can see the pricing plans are the same. The amount of websites we can build are the same. The monthly website visitors are the same. The storage settings are the same. So essentially with this, it's all the same pros in the fact that it's cheap, it's effective, it's easy, and all the same cons in that if you are sharing your host with somebody who's not very good, they can suck some of your resources. If they do that, they will get a warning and eventually get banned, but as I say, it can happen. Next, if we go up here, we have cloud hosting. And essentially what cloud hosting is instead of hosting your website on part of one physical server, it hosts it across multiple servers. So essentially, the best way to explain this would be instead of having one server that is shared, you have 4 servers that are sharing multiple websites. And essentially what this means, to break this down into layman's terms, is the issue that we have with web hosting and Hostinger, where somebody can suck your resources away, it's not really that much of an issue when it comes to cloud hosting. Because let's say that you are on one server, and then once again, let's use this ecom brand, it starts sucking away some of your resources. Well, your website just goes back to the cloud, and it finds a new server that it's connected to, that it can go into, that doesn't have the issue of getting resources sucked up. So it can just dart from one server that's not the best into another server, and then your website will run absolutely fine. So this is more expensive because of this. If we just go down to start now, you can see this starts at $7.99 per month. Then we have $15 and $30 per month. And essentially the difference between this is the RAM that we are going to get. We get NVMe, the fast storage on all of these. We get a slight bump of 50 gigabyte upgrade through each of these plans. But the main thing that we are going to be looking at in this section is the amount of RAM and CPU core. So essentially what this means is the bigger your website is, and once again, the more traffic you are driving to your website, the more you will want to upgrade. Now, these plans are not limited by the amount of people you can send to your website, but instead, what will tend to happen is you will notice kind of like a slowdown as your traffic starts ramping up. So it will be fine at first, but once you start hitting that upper threshold, you will notice a slowdown on your website. And just to show you how this will look inside of Hostinger, we can see if I load into my account right here, we have page speed insights. So once I start hitting that upper threshold, this would drop to maybe like 50 or 60. And then I would know, okay, we definitely need to upgrade to the next plan along. So it's very easy to see when you should upgrade, but it's just laid out differently in the fact that it's not a set limit and you can kind of decide for yourself when you should upgrade. Just to go down here and see some of the benefits. So we have 99.9% uptime guaranteed. Once again, that's just because of the way it is on the cloud and that you can't really get brought down by somebody sucking a lot of traffic. Top of the line technology, none of this really matters. But once again, we have flexibility, so the ability to easily upgrade. The speed is going to be faster, and you have fully managed cloud servers. Now, next, let's leave Pro to last, because VPS is going to be very short and very sweet. Essentially, don't buy this. This is made for really experienced web professionals and people who are comfortable hosting their own server. And if you are watching a video on all of these different hosting plans and what they actually mean, then I really don't think that you're in a position where you should take on something as advanced as VPS hosting. Essentially, though, to break down what it actually is, with things like web hosting and cloud hosting, you have fully managed servers, right? So because the servers are shared, Hostinger are going to manage these servers for you. Whereas with VPS, you essentially rent your own individual server and you have complete control over it. So you can install your own operating system. It has increased security. Once again, as long as you know what you are doing. If you don't, then your security would be even worse. So as I say, just don't buy VPS hosting. It's really for more advanced people. What you could buy though is Pro. So Pro is specifically for if you are an agency or a web developer/designer who is designing and creating websites for multiple clients at the same time. Now, if we go down to a claim deal right here, as you can see, just off these metrics right here, this is essentially web hosting. So it's this type of hosting right here, where you have the one individual shared server. And essentially the difference between this Pro hosting and the regular web hosting is the fact that with Pro, you get access to the Pro panel. If I just pull this up right here, let me see if I can get an example. But you can see all of the different websites right here. So you can essentially manage all of your clients' websites in one place, rather than having multiple accounts that you need to jump between. With this, another benefit of Pro is that you can actually make money referring Hostinger. So if you have a client, let's say, that wants you to build them a website, you can tell them to host the website themselves and buy the hosting. And when they sign up to Hostinger, you will get a special referral link right this. And if they buy using your link, then you can earn some extra money. So it's a cool way to not only get the initial fee that the client is paying you, but you can also make 20% right here on Hostinger by getting them to sign up to Hostinger through your link. So those are all of the different types of Hostinger web hosting explained. If you do have any questions, if there's anything you're still a little unsure on, let me know in the comments down below and I will get back to you there. Either way, if you did find this video valuable, don't forget to smash that like button and tap that subscribe button. And until next time, take it easy.